Hey, it's Q&A day where I answer some of your questions that you left down below in the comments section. First question, should I get the 9.7-inch iPad Pro or will it be too small for drawing? I haven't actually used the 9.7-inch iPad Pro, I have the 12.9-inch. However, I have used a lot of Android tablets that are the same size as the iPad and I find them to be just fine of a size for drawing. I will say this, I like having the extra room on the 12.9-inch iPad. However, when it comes to things like reading, watching movies, using it generally is an iPad, basically anything other than drawing, I really prefer the smaller size. So, if you're going to be using this for drawing, mainly for drawing, only for drawing, go with a larger size. I think you're going to like having the larger screen. If you want to use it as an iPad for all of the other things that you could do with an iPad, you know, going with the smaller option isn't a bad choice. Dude, what happened to your beard? I shaved it off, man. It was time for a change. Besides the software, which pen do you prefer? Do you think this Wacom tech on the Galaxy Tab S3 is anywhere near the quality of the Intuos pen? Close? I would say yes. You know, in terms of the pressure sensitivity, in terms of the accuracy, you know, the pens on the Galaxy tablets, the S Pens that come with the Samsung tablets and phones are actually really nice. Now, if I wanted to do like an apples to apples comparison, that's a little bit harder, and really it comes down to the software because it's really hard to, you know, use an Intuos pen on a desktop app and then go to like a tablet app and say, okay, is this the same thing? Because there are a lot of differences in the software. You know, if I'm using Photoshop, there are a lot of pens that I'm used to, or a lot of brushes that I'm used to. I know how those brushes are supposed to behave. When I open up an iPad program, I'm using a totally different brush. It has different pressure sensitivities and different widths and things like that. It's really hard to compare. Also, little things like the texture that comes on the surface of the Intuos tablets or any of Wacom's tablets is really nice. It's going to be a little slicker drawing on an Android tablet, but other than that, I think that the technology is, you know, fairly comparable. They're both good. How much did Brad pay his brother to make this video? That was me in the video. I shaved my face so I look different, but that was me. My brother has made it perfectly clear he wants nothing to do with these videos.
I don't want anything to do with your videos.
See? Told ya. Have you tried ArtFlow 2.0 yet? Yes, I got this recommendation from several people in the comments on my Galaxy S3 Tab review a couple weeks ago, and I did give it another shot. They've revamped the interface. It looks a lot more like PROCREATE now. One of the things that they took away that was a little disappointing is you used to be able to pin the interface in place. Now, as soon as you start drawing, that interface disappears. So if I want to change my brush, if I want to change color, if I want to undo, I have to open the interface, which puts everything an extra tap away. So far, I haven't found a place in the settings to, you know, say, keep the interface on at all times. If there is one, please let me know. I'd like to do a review of that app, but if it's going to be a negative review, you know, I don't want to, you know, take that angle. I'd prefer to just let them continue to update it and then review it later. Surface event, May 23rd. Now, this obviously isn't a question, it's a comment, but about 2 days after I posted my video, Microsoft said there is going to be another event on May 23rd where they're probably going to be unveiling some kind of Surface. Rumor has it it's not going to be the Surface Pro 5, it's going to be an updated Surface Pro 4, which is fine. I think the, you know, the current, you know, Surface line is solid. It's a good tablet, and if they just want to kind of make it incrementally better, I think that's a good thing. The other thing I know a lot of people who comment on this channel are hoping for in a new Surface Pro is Wacom tech on the screen. Right now it's using an N-Trig pen. It's a battery-based pen. A lot of these battery-based pens have wiggly lines, and so they're looking for these Wacom pens. Supposedly Microsoft and Wacom have a partnership going, and they've been developing over the last year or so kind of a universal pen technology. I'm not sure where that is, where that's going, when we should expect that. I'm not expecting it in this update. Maybe we'll all be surprised and we'll see it, but I wouldn't hold your breath. Oh my lord, without a beard you look like a little nerdy troll. You said the same thing when I had a beard.
You totally do look like a nerdy little troll.
The whole point of this event was about Windows in education. Windows 10s makes it safer for students in terms of viruses, as well as improved efficiency and battery life. So this is a really good point. I don't think I really hammered it home in my video last week about the Microsoft event, is it was an education event. And one thing that Windows 10 is designed to do is to make it harder to get viruses and download random junkware and stuff like that. And if you are in the education space, or even a couple people from like corporate IT departments commented on that last video and said that this is like a really great feature for them because they spend a lot of time cleaning off junk and malware off of computers. And if they could prevent that from being loaded on the computer in the first place, that's a really appealing feature. So that's a good point. It turns out there is a fairly big market out there for this sort of thing. So I think for me, and probably most of you who watch this channel, you know, we like all that power. We like all those options, and taking them away, it's just your first impulse is like, why? But the more I think about it, the more it makes sense. Bring back the beard. I don't know. I like the new look.
Oh, you do look like a troll.
Fine, I'm going to get the beard back. That's all I've got. If you want to know anything else that I didn't cover here, let me know down in the comments. Or of course, you could always hit me up on Twitter. I'll see you guys in a few days.